Welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So today I have a weekend reading news for you. I'm really sorry if I sound really nasally and stuff. I've got one of those nasty summer colds and it's really knocking it out of me. I just got back from work and I'm ready to just crawl back into bed. So I wanted to make this really quick because I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. So I'm just going to get started. This weekend I read 2 books. I kind of flew through them, which made me really happy. So the first book that I read this weekend was Good Girl Gone Bad by Karin Tabke. This is an adult, erotic contemporary romance, which kind of makes me laugh because on the back, I don't know if you can see, it's really, really tiny, but it says fiction. It doesn't say it's erotic. I kind of just assumed because it's got a nice little stripper pole going on here, but it doesn't really say that it's erotic fiction until you actually read it, and then you realize that sex is very prevalent in this. So, yeah. I don't think this would be considered new adult because the woman is 29, I think, or 28. So I don't really know what's considered new adult and what's not, but I wouldn't consider this new adult. It's about a cop and this other cop, 2 cops, well, more than that, but they go undercover into a strip club because 2 strippers and their last undercover cop have gone missing, and it's their job to find out who is kidnapping these strippers and why and stuff. And obviously these 2 from the get-go, they kind of have this history where they kind of hate each other, but they gradually start liking each other and sexualness happens. I gave this book 4 stars. It was just kind of unbelievable in the sense that this girl is Miss Goody Two Shoes. She had one bad sexual experience and she's kind of been almost like a nun. And she could pull off this stripper act no problem whatsoever. That was kind of weird to me, how she was able to just blend right in. It was she changed her name and all of a sudden suddenly she was like, this is my good person as this person, but the second I'm Cat, I am the sex dream in the planet. So it was kind of weird, and their relationship was kind of strange, but I did kind of enjoy it. Not kind of. I did enjoy it, so I gave it 4 stars. Sorry, I'm very fidgety today, but yeah, I gave it 4 stars. I still enjoyed it. Then on Sunday, I was sick with my cold, so I just kind of stayed in bed all day. I went to church and I did my breakfast and my usual Sunday routine. And then I just kind of stayed in bed all day. I really felt miserable. So that let me get some reading done, and I picked a book that kind of was very fast paced and I knew I'd fly through. And that was Married Lovers by Jackie Collins. It's a 504-page book, but I flew through this in one day. The font isn't that bad either. So, I flew through it. This is not part of that Lucky Santangelo series that I love by her. This is a book all on its own, which is kind of interesting because even though it is a book on its own, twice it mentioned characters from the Lucky Santangelo series. It'd be oh, Max, Lucky's daughter, is coming, or whatever, or oh, look over there, there's Venus with her husband, and they're both from the Lucky Santangelo series, so that was really kind of cool. So I gave this book 5 stars. Obviously, Jackie Collins, 5 stars. I love her. But this one follows a bunch of different couples, married, not married, with different pasts, different histories, and obviously married lovers. We've got some adultery going on. Come on. It takes place in Hollywood. I really don't want to spoil it too much. There's a personal trainer who's basically our main character. She's kind of the one that ties everybody together. She has left an abusive relationship, and she is kind of she's not undercover, but she ran away from him, and now she's starting her own life in LA as a personal trainer, who then she meets all these other couples that are involved in Hollywood. And it's kind of with the Lucky Santangelo series and stuff, Poor Little Bitch Girl. It's a whole bunch of different characters that somehow they lead their own storylines, but they all end up coming together in the end. And I just love it. Hello, Hollywood, sex, this one didn't have drugs in it, but murder, this one had prostitution in it, kind of. It hits on something like that, which kind of has to do with, like, saving people from it. It's not like that's a good thing. Prostitution isn't the good thing in this book, but it's, like, trying to get out of prostitution. I'm trying to think. I don't know. It's just all of Jackie Collins' things that I love just rolled into one, so I gave her 5 stars. Because I do. I think it would be better if you went and actually read the synopsis. It would make more sense. But, like, for me, I just sum up Jackie Collins like that. Drama in one book. Hollywood drama. You got it. So that's all I read this weekend. I am now 5 books away from finishing my Project 50. I've read 45 books. I started a book this morning. I only got like 10 pages in, but I'm not feeling it. So I've got to figure out another book to read because I'm going to fly through these next 5. Especially because my mom actually did a little treat. She bought me 2 books, which I don't think she was supposed to. But I will be hauling those when my Project 50 is over. And I'm not even letting myself read them until my Project 50 is over. So look forward to that eventually. Probably at the end of this month because obviously 5 books are going to fly for me. So hopefully by this time next week I will have 5 books done. I would hope. But even if not, maybe like next Wednesday I should have 5 books done. Fingers crossed. I hope you guys are doing really good. I don't want to ramble too much, but if you have anything to say, you know how to do it, leave a comment down below. I love your comments. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.